Hello, welcome back to Art of Pop Culture, and today we're going over an album by Gesaffelstein called Hyperion, and so this is a French DJ, and I have never, ever heard of him before in my life, but I came across the song Blast Off, and with featuring Pharrell, and I loved it, and I've been obsessed with it since it came out, and I've been like, and I thought in my head, I was like, okay, there's no way that this song is this good, and there's nothing else out there that I can listen to from this person. And of course, he had a album beforehand, but this is I'm assuming this is his American industry album, since he just recently got signed with Columbia Records. So this is Hyperion, and we're gonna go through each of the songs and kind of and I'll tell you what I thought about them and everything. So far the whole album is okay. It's not I'm not die hard over the whole album, but at the same time there are some fun ones in there, enough to where it's it's still enjoyable to listen to. It's one of those ones that you kind of listen to in the background, where you kind of come in and out of it. If you're doing something else, or you're doing some type of intense something, if you're studying or you're doing something like that, we have to have some type of darker synth background with it. It's a perfect album for that. So let's start with the first song, which is Hyperion. This song actually doesn't really go anywhere. I feel like this is one of my least favorite. I feel like it kind of reminds me of it kind of feels like it's stuck in the beginning of Baba O'Reilly, where it just and it just keeps on going. I know it's supposed to set up something, and maybe it's supposed to sound with a Hyperion but I didn't really get it. Number two the second song is Reset, which was the first single to this album. I like the beat. When you go from the Bob O'Reilly kind of sound to this one, it definitely kicks you off a little higher, and I like the sound. It sounds very sinister, very dark kind of sound with it, but I like the beat, and there's no vocals in this, and as much as the same one with the first song. Number three is the first vocal song. This is Lost in the Fire featuring, The Weeknd, and this actually reminds me a lot of the songs of The Weeknd's EP, the My Dear Melancholy, and I felt like it kind of can continue with this song. I felt like this could have been an additional song on the album. So I like the sound of the song. I'm very on or off with Weeknd. I sometimes feel like he's a fuckboy, and I sometimes feel like he just when he says certain things, I don't feel sexy. I don't not that I'm his attention. I don't think I'm his niche market or anything, but I think that he comes off. I think it always comes off sometimes when he says sexual stuff that I feel a little dirty. I feel a little I'm definitely the trick in this whole thing. There's nothing further than this. But he kind of makes it seem like there's something further. I don't know. It gives me very huge fuckboy vibes. And the whole thing is I know you want to feel protected, but if you want, you can you can get your girlfriend, she can sit on my face while she's fucking you, blah, blah, blah. And I was don't think those line up well. Other than that, the song is fun. Number four is Never Now, which is another kind of, I felt like it was an interlude than anything. And I felt like it also gave me more continuation to the Reset kind of thing, with a more sinister sound, little dark sound. I don't feel like there's anything special other than that, the sound continuing on with the theme of the Dark album, due to the fact that the cover of the album is literally black. It's just black, plain black cover, which hence why I'm wearing all black right now for nodding to this album. Number five, which is my favorite song off the album, Tops, is Blast Off featuring Pharrell, I love this song. It's so good. The production's insane. It's it has so much in it. it feels like a journey. It feels like the whole thing is a journey, and then you have Pharrell in it, which is, you know, that if Pharrell's on something, it's gonna have a adventurous sound. You're on for it. You're on for something that's gonna be really fun. I felt like this kind of reminded me of like a PlayStation 4 or iPhone. iPhones don't really do dark. Or maybe they do. Kind of commercial where this I can totally see this song playing, and then one of those commercials, like a dark background with the phone flipping around, and it's like, get your new iPhone, blah, 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 or PlayStation flipping around and everything. But the thing that really got me was the fucking switch up. The switch up is fucking sick. It's just, the minute, like, when he goes, well, first of all, he starts singing falsetto, and it's just like, it's pretty, like, echoey. And then he goes blast off, and it goes into do. I don't know. I can't even pronounce it because it's like I can't even like describe it other than the fact that the production kind of contrasts itself from the beginning of the like production. Like the sound and beats and everything from the beginning sounds one way and dark and just and then it just goes into this full, like, different sounds. Just blasts you into it, and it does. It blasts you off into a different sound that's similar to this. It keeps it with the flow, but it reminds me of like kind of like you're just getting ready to actually blast off, and when you do blast off, all the sounds come in, and it's just like, it's insane. Like I can only describe it in that way. If you want to experience it yourself, please do. It's so good. Number 6 is So Bad featuring Haim. Haim is somebody a group that I really, really love. So it's interesting to see them have this type of song, because there's no beat, they're not adding any guitar or anything to it for their own type of sake. But I love the fact that it's very slow, dark, and sensual, and like seductive in the weirdest way. I can't really describe it only in that type of way, you know? It like, she's singing in her head voice, and they're all kind of singing, and it's mostly her. The main singer, and it's just like she's head voice throughout the whole thing, and it sounds so great. I don't know, like it's a complete mood is what it is. Number 7 is Forever, featuring the Hacker and Electric Youth. So I don't know who these guys are, but I do like the sound. I do feel like it kind of like, I feel like it likely continues on from the sound of So Bad kind of thing with the beat, actually with a beat instead. One thing I do like from it is the fact that it was like, it does a weird like rewinding sound inside of it, and it kind of like, you don't know when it's going to happen. It's just in different parts. But yeah, I like that one. And then finally another one I like, because we go through like a good portion of like 4 songs. I want to say 4 songs. I'll count this one right here, number 8, which is Vortex. This is my 4th favorite song off of it. This one actually feels like you're falling into the vortex. So this whole song is very a nod to Pharrell. How he like, well, I don't think that's what this guy thinks, but I think it kind of reminds me of Pharrell, how he just like, when he says this is the title of the song, or when he nods to, when he gives you a feeling of a song, he wants you to feel that emotion when you're listening to it. I don't know, that's my thought of whenever I hear songs. Like Happy is very upbeat, so if he's not even saying happy, you're so happy because it's upbeat. And Sweetener, their songs are just super, super sweet, you know? So I feel like this is exactly that type of thing. Like you felt like you're just spiraling into a vortex with the song. It kind of has that kind of a sound to it. Number 9 is Memoria. I didn't really care for this one. I felt like it's kind of boring. I didn't really feel like nothing really came out of it. Number 10 is the final song, which is Humanity Gone, which is a very droner type of song. It kind of drones throughout the whole thing, and it's 10 minutes and 42 seconds long. I don't really know how I feel about that. I feel like it's, and lack of words, a little unnecessary. I don't know. I just maybe going back into his first album, I'll get a gist of what I'm supposed to get into. But this is I wanted to really give you guys this kind of thing where I'm just like going off of it from a person from the outside perspective without being biased. And without being biased, I felt like it dragged. I felt like this song just dragged for days. Anyway, so that's Hyperion. majority of it, like from number 5 to number 8, are really, 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 really good songs. But after that, it kind of flips flops. Like I kind of want to give it a 6 out of 10. Like it's 10 songs, so it's kind of short, but at the same time, it's just like it's good enough. You know, that's about the right amount of songs that would go well with this sound. Anyway, so tell me what you thought. If you actually thought it was really good, tell me why, what songs you really like, and maybe even like, if you're a fan of him, like, maybe even tell me what you think about him, what you think about his, like, sound, and maybe if I have it wrong, that maybe there's a different way I should see it. I'm completely open to it. Other than that, that's it. I hope everybody is having a great week, and I'll see you guys in the next video.